Welcome, folks, to a deep dive into the cauldron of history. World War I, a conflict so sprawling, so cataclysmic it was dubbed the Great War in its own time. Today we're uncovering 5 surprising details, 5 often overlooked narratives about how this monumental conflict, this global conflagration actually started. So buckle up, get ready to engage those brain cells, because we're about to journey into the heart of a storm that reshaped the world. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand in Sarajevo on June 28, 1914. It's often portrayed as the singular event that plunged Europe into war, but the reality, as is often the case, is far more nuanced. Europe in the early 20th century was a continent already teetering on the brink. Imperial rivalries, economic competition, and a toxic arms race had created a climate where even a small spark could ignite a continental inferno. This wasn't just about one assassination, this was about decades of brewing animosity. In the aftermath of the assassination, one event stands out as a pivotal turning point. Germany issuing Austria-Hungary what became known as the blank check. This wasn't literal cash, of course, but a diplomatic blank check, a promise of unconditional support, no matter the cost. Germany wasn't some innocent bystander in all of this. They saw a rising Russia, a resurgent France, and they felt encircled. The blank check, meant to deter conflict, instead became a catalyst, propelling Europe towards the abyss. It was a gamble, a calculated risk by the German leadership. The image of Russia in 1914 is often painted as backwards, a lumbering giant. But when it came to their Slavic brethren in Serbia, the Tsar and his ministers were not to be trifled with. Russia began to mobilize its vast army, a move that sent shockwaves across Europe. For Germany, already anxious about a two-front war, it was the nightmare scenario coming to life. The clock, already ticking, now began to race towards midnight. The Schlieffen Plan, a name that echoes through history with a sense of tragic inevitability. It was Germany's answer to the strategic nightmare of a two-front war, a daring, even audacious plan to knock France out of the war in a matter of weeks before turning their full might against Russia in the east. The plan called for a massive German force to sweep through neutral Belgium, outflanking the French defences and encircling Paris in a matter of weeks. But the Schlieffen Plan, for all its strategic brilliance on paper, contained a fatal flaw. It assumed that Britain would remain neutral. The invasion of Belgium, a small nation that held a strategic position athwart the English Channel, outraged British public opinion. And so, on August 4th, 1914, Britain declared war on Germany, transforming a continental conflict into a global conflagration. World War I wasn't just a European war, it was a global conflict that drew in empires and colonies from across the world. From the trenches of the Western Front to the deserts of the Middle East, the battlefields of World War I spanned continents, drawing in millions of soldiers from Africa, Asia, and beyond. The colonial empires of Britain, France, Germany, and others became both a source of manpower and a theatre of war. Indian soldiers fought in the trenches of France, while African troops battled in East Africa. World War I, often seen through the lens of European history, was in reality a global tragedy, a conflict that left its mark on every corner of the world. These lesser-known facts reveal the complex web of alliances, strategies and tensions that led to the outbreak of World War I. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand may have been the spark, but the powder keg was already primed and ready to explode. The blank check, the mobilization, the Schlieffen Plan, the involvement of colonial empires. These were all links in a chain of events that led inexorably to war. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more historical insights. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep the flame of curiosity burning.